Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of the Shrek Through. We're here in Huntsman's Copse, and pardon me for the really inappropriate shot here as we start off. I'm not sure quite how that happened. I let things just roll. I let the camera go sometimes, and it's weird. Anyway, we're gonna be wandering about through the woods here in Halloween Town, trying to make our way towards a boss that is hopefully not going to be overwhelmingly difficult. We still got our leather shield and our bone staff, and we're gonna be hopefully upgrading to something else at some point. So that's going to be in the back of my mind, that I want to keep those stats flowing to get our noodle going and hopefully get a staff that maybe is worth having. But for now, we're just going to roll on with what we have. So we've got a bunch of torch-wielding hollows, nothing to get too worked up about right now, but we're going to run into some slightly more obnoxious characters, as well as some lovely moths that hang out in the treetops. You'll see them at some point. They're going to be up. Nope, none up there. Oh, see, there's one. You just saw it shoot poison everywhere. There's actually, you can see a couple right now. See the red on the right and the red on the left? Those are your moths that I was describing. And then we've got this character here from a zone in WoW that I'm pretty positive you know what I'm talking about if you ever played the game. We're going to shoot him with great soul arrows because I really can't tank shots from him. Oh, God. He actually didn't hit me there, surprisingly enough. I'm a little shocked by that. And now we're actually going to shoot down this moth as well because it could be a little obnoxious for us. It does drop something. What's it going to drop? Poison moss, so that's good for getting some of our poison to dissipate. And there's another guy over there that I don't know that I really want to fight, but he does have some stuff that we could go get. Actually, it looks like we're probably going to end up in that direction anyway. And the cool thing about Huntsman's Copse is that this is actually a zone that has an optional area attached to it, and if I remember how to get to it, yeah, see that bridge over there? That's how we want to go to get up there. So basically we want to cross this bridge, go up this little path, and then that's going to head us off in that direction. But it is like a really bad idea to go over here because there's a lot of angry enemies, which are very much like hungry hippos, but much angrier, and they will eat your soul, not just your body and mind. So we want to avoid that for now. There's no real reason that I can think of to go in that direction at this very moment, aside from just, let's fight a cool boss, I guess. Like, there's a covenant there, but I don't really know what items or reasons you would really want to go visit other than that covenant. And is there anything? Oh, there's an item in here. It looks like an ambush. Not going to be an ambush, though. I didn't spend very much time hanging out in this zone, in this part of this zone, when I was progressing through my main character, so forgive me if I seem a little bit confused and disoriented by the locations that we seem to be wandering about through. Is there some reason this wraps around to the back part of this? Doesn't seem like there is, no. Alright, so we can actually make our way forward then. Let's not get screwed with by these thief characters who are going to apparently be able to dodge my spells. That doesn't make me too optimistic. Kind of gonna have to melee these guys, aren't I? They don't want to give me the time of day to get some spell throwing in. Oh, that's not good. I don't like using my melee stuff. I wanted to... Oh, God, he's here. Oh, no. Let's run away. Run away. So far away. Oh, God, there's something else here, too. I don't even know what that was. It's all gonna shoot at me, though. We've got to hit a button now. Oh, geez, this is going to be a problem for us. Where can we go that we cannot be attacked for 5 seconds and then maybe get the drop on some of these guys? Probably not this way. This seems like a bad way, but there is at least this bridge here that I could use as a bottleneck, I suppose. This guy's going to come over the hill. Let's get our great soul arrows ready to go. Alright, that was a hit. This guy's going to run up to me and do an attack. Let's see if we can get him stuck in a tree or something. That would be good. We could work him down little by little. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. It's not a big deal until you get mobbed by a bunch of enemies all at once. Everything else I can pretty much handle one at a time, but then you end up with these groups of like 4 enemies at the same time, and these guys actually have projectiles on top of it. And also there's poison moths that you have to watch out for. So all of those things together can create some rather hazardous traversal, and I'm not about to go down that quickly from these guys. So I guess this was the guy that was wandering about in this zone. Wait, oh, there's another one over there, so there's actually a third. That looks like a hollow, maybe. I kind of want to just go ahead and grab this. I think now I'm going to have to get in the way of that other one, which is now going to aggro. Let's just, oh, let's shoot this moth out of the sky. Not really necessary to use a Great Soul Arrow, but, you know, we've done it, so we've done it. And we'll just aggro all these hollows individually. Not the end of the world, we can handle a few of those. Is this gonna aggro the big guy yet? No, not yet. That's a life gem. Wow! Fancy, fancy stuff, game. Oh, look at this. What is going on down there? It looks like just a mountain that terminates in nothing, and then there's, like, skybox? I don't understand what we're looking at there. Yeah, it looks like skybox, like, way down in the ground. Oh, there's some trees. That's, I think, the base of a tree hitting into the blackness. Do I want to go over that bridge? I don't think so. I'm taking the long way around Huntsman's Copse, if you haven't noticed. I could have probably run through and been done with this zone already, which is kind of a thing about this game. I think a lot of the zones, like, once you know where to go through, well, I guess it's kind of the thing in any game. Once you know where you're going, you just run right through it all, but I kind of don't want to do that all the time. I did that enough in the last episodes. Well, maybe not the last episode, but the one before the last episode I did that. I was running back to that boss enough times. Aromatic Ooze, that's basically a power-up, like a gold pine resin, except for magic attribute. So I'm not sure that was really worth the trouble, to be perfectly honest, but we do have 3,280 souls now, and provided we don't immediately die, that may be just what we needed. Again, one of our several little mini goals was to get enough souls that we could buy that Pharaoh's Lockstone. Oh, I guess we could pull this. Oh, that's fair. I'm currently occupied. Thank you, Thief Man. I'm not sure why we needed to do this right then and there. Did I actually get the lever pulled even? No, looks like it's still up. Alright, well, let me try that once more with a little bit more feeling. It'd be funny if they sent another one down. Every time you pull this lever or attempt to pull it, another dude falls out of the ceiling. Alright, so that should be that. And there it goes. There's some magical silver dust emanating from the center point of this bridge. We can handle this. And lock into place. There it goes. Look at all that smoke it's ejecting out of it. And what is... Oh, that's kind of picturesque, isn't it? Yeah, that's the other zone, by the way, over there. Our next goal is we've got to get over to a waterfall, and we're going to have to run through a bunch of cave-like areas with some skeletons and such. They do shoot some spells on occasion, and also they'll chase you down and basically just murder your face, so you got to be aware that that's a thing. That bonfire is locked. We got to go find an NPC inside some of these caves that I think is going to allow us access to that bonfire. It's not necessary to even unlock, to be perfectly honest. Like, I think I got through here almost having completely missed it, and I could have just gone and fought the boss without it, but, you know, the more bonfires, the faster you can get back for another fight, I guess. And plus, you know, for the sake of just completion, it is kind of satisfying to have all of those fill up. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to handle this next coming boss. It's going to be an interesting fight, given that I have very little in the way of Estus right now, and also this is a boss that is made up of several fighters, very much like the last boss that I was having trouble with, so oh my god. You're kidding me. He frickin' fired another shot before I was ready. Alright, well, so much for Meticulous. I guess we're just going to run through back to where we left off and hope that we don't train so many enemies that we won't be able to proceed. I think this is going to be the trend of this entire Let's Play, is run through stuff when I just get frustrated, although I tried, and then try and deal with what happens when you kite 100 dudes. Not going to be too happy if I die again, because I was accumulating a few souls there that I was going to be looking forward to using on upgrades to maybe get a better shield someday, but then again, I guess upgrades really don't matter, right? Since, oh, right, that's the bridge that I came across in the first place. Yeah, they don't really matter, since in the end you could probably beat the whole game on soul level 1 if you just have the right tools and equipment. I just don't know quite what that stuff all is for a spellcaster, so that's kind of what we're working on right now. And that bridge is now down. Pardon my stamina, it's not so good. I wish I could just raise the bridge back up and then bottleneck them on the other side, or maybe bottleneck's not the right word, but restrict them to the other side at least. Now, oh, it just kind of skipped getting hit with that. Fair enough. And is that another one? Yes, it is. Alright, if you could, like, not die right now, that would be really great. Over this bridge, and another one. And, Estus, maybe? Roll. Oh my god, I hate everything. Alright, that's gonna be how we play it. I guess we're just gonna not even try and stop. Now I have nothing to lose, right? Except for more of my health bars, so we're just gonna dash full out. That was kind of my strategy to begin with, but I thought maybe I would try and do a little bit of preventative maintenance at one point because I noticed that that guy seemed to just be like by his lonesome crossing the bridge, only another one seemed to have snuck through in the shadows. Oh man, diminishing returns. It's okay. I'm not getting salty. This is Dark Souls. This is Dark Souls. This is how it goes. So we're gonna run, and we're gonna run, and we're gonna run over a bridge. We're gonna roll sometimes. We're gonna look at the beautiful lime green poison clouds, and we're gonna avoid all of that mess. It's like the moths really don't have very much going for them. Like they exist in Halloween Town, which by itself is kind of drab and boring, right? And then they've got these big fat guys that are like pudge guys that walk around in the forest and patrol nothing. They don't even know why they exist, really. They're just kind of there because they're there. And then we've got these thief bandit type guys that also seem to be guarding something, but they don't know quite what it is. They're just upset because, I don't know, I guess they can't steal things from each other because they're all thieves. You know, it's a den of thievery. And then, I guess they probably just work on honing their archery all day. I mean, that seems like what I would do if I was in their position. And they're probably going to outrun me by the time I try to Estus up here. Is there a spot that I can do this? Oh yeah, alright, he's gotten stuck on the rocks. That's great. There they come. Alright, roll. Keep rolling. There's a crystal lizard. Do not care. Poison throwing knives. Do not care. Why did I come up here? This is not a place for me. Oh, yeah, it is. I guess... Wait, where is this? Oh, this is where I want to go. This is just an alternate way to get there. If you could please not stand in my way anymore. Invaded by Dark Spirit and fallen to my death. Look at them all die. Oh, isn't that cute? They just died in midair and then rolled down the hill. Alright, we'll do it again. I know this is kind of not the way that you're supposed to play Dark Souls. It's not really the way that I wanted to play Dark Souls, but it's this thing about, like, the metagame when you do a Let's Play that, like, you want the people watching to keep seeing fresh content all the time, and when you play Dark Souls, the nature of the game is to brutalize you into submission, into morally submitting to the concept of that they have dominance over you, and you will get this tiny little hint of break every now and then, and it's going to be on their discretion generally when you get it, because there's so many like random little bits of stupid luck things that need to happen. And I'm just going to Estus right now and probably get killed. No, okay, he's going to be slow. But the general sentiment is like, you want to keep running through everything because in the event that you can maybe make the progress you needed to make in the first place, you will then be at the point where it's like, alright, we don't have to do that anymore. And this is one of those cases where because there are so many bonfires, there's really no reason not to keep doing the running through things. It kind of changes the permanence in how you proceed through the game. We got a magic mace. I guess that's to encourage us to bludgeon these skeleton fellows that we're going to see running around in this zone. It's a very catacombs-ish type area. I'm just going to avoid all of you. I think this will be the much faster way. Oh, wait, is the lever here? I don't remember where the lever is. Oh, God. Yeah, probably should have expected that. Where the hell's the lever? I thought the lever was right before the gate, but maybe it's in the other direction. One of these should put me out right where I need to be. I think this is the way. If you could please stop standing exactly in the position I need to walk through. Okay, fine. I'll take it. And... oh, there's like some item in there. Kind of don't care. Fallen bridge. I don't remember this zone being this big over on this side of things. I thought I remember the waterfall being kind of right here. Yeah, so the Dark Spirit's going to show up again. Merciless. Oh, that is rocks that are fallen. This is going to be a problem, yeah. I kind of didn't remember that being there the way that it is. Alright. We'll do it again. We just want to get to that waterfall, basically, is all it is. And we were there. For some reason, it just didn't quite work out for us. That Dark Spirit is rather merciless, I suppose. And this is why having another bonfire, I guess, could have been useful or merciful. But I'm not taking the time to perfect the beat, like I always say. So over the bridge and through the poison woods to dead grandmother skeleton's house we go. What am I gonna do about this situation? I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing until eventually it works. The definition of insanity, I'm aware of the quote. That was probably mistaken in the first place. Alright, so through the cave, then we're gonna loop back. We're gonna hold to the left wall, I believe, and that's gonna get us through. This is probably one of the zones that I spent the least amount of time in the scheme of things. Yeah, this is what I missed. I just didn't go this way. So this is why I'm sort of a little bit confused as to which position this is going to take me to. What's in this direction, by the way? Dead end, I guess. Alright, whatever. I'll just use that to train that guy away. Otherwise, I keep getting stuck with him up against this wall. They don't give you very much room to run around. And roll. Oh god, no, I didn't mean to go in the house. Please. Oh, please stop. Yep, this is dead. No chance that I was going to assist there. Well, I'm sure the observant ones amongst you at this point are saying, why don't you put on some armor? You know, it's a consideration that I had. I didn't even want to use a shield, to be perfectly honest with you. I figured I could pick these guys off one at a time, but I think that they're getting stronger faster than my spells are, and also I seem to not be able to accumulate any substantial amount of souls for any substantial amount of time that I can bring back to Majula to turn into points and make myself stronger and all of that good stuff. Not that leveling, again, is necessarily a thing that you have to be dependent on, but I think it's a thing that I have to be dependent on because I'm not fantastic. Although I was doing a lot better at the beginning. You know, fighting that giant the first time, it seemed like things were going very, very positively for us. But that all gave way. Yeah, I get it. You're gonna run right after me. I know how you work. If I had more stamina, that would feel nice as well. This is the running and stopping thing that gets old. So through the cave. We're gonna let the skeletons get aggroed. There they are. Oh, there's the one anyway. And where's the second one? There's the second one. I don't know what that guy's doing. He was just running off the path for some reason. Now this guy, we gotta somehow craftily use our shield to knock him back. Soon he's gonna... Oh, there we go. Figured soon the skeletons were gonna show up. I guess maybe he just fell off. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to get to that little gem hanging out. Oh my god, why did I just randomly jump there? That was totally my controller doing something weird. I was just trying to run straight ahead. So let's not go down that little dead-end path, because that's not where we want to be at all. Perhaps this is the way. Yes, indeed it is. Alright, so that's much, much easier. Oh, look, they returned to their world. So we've got some great soul arrows, and basically our goal with this boss fight is, well, first of all, use our spell casting abilities. That's going to help quite a bit. And then we just need to kill all these three guys. Looks like it's going to be a fairly easy task at first until you realize each one of them has some sort of like a spirit familiar type thing that seems to be summoned after you knock them down. In fact, these guys are not all that fast or anything either, so as long as you keep to fighting them maybe one at a time, shouldn't be all that bad. And also, maybe we could use a little bit of this time to soften up each one of them, so that way we don't get stuck. Oh, they've got pointy staves, don't they? Alright, let's not get too close, actually. Let's go over here behind all these skeletons, and we'll blast this again. Pretty sure the one on the left is the one that I started working down. Yes, it is. That misses. And that's going to trigger the first of the set of whatever appears. I'm not sure which one comes from what. Okay, so we've got little flaming skulls. They land all over the place, and somebody's going to show up all of a sudden. Oh, it's the bone wheels. Of course it's the bone wheels first thing. These guys are not nearly as crazy and obnoxious as the ones in the other game. They still do a lot of damage, don't get me wrong. In fact, they may well have just killed me. But they're not like the other ones in that when they stun lock you, they're not probably going to do your entire health bar. What was up with that flashing Halloween Town lights eyes thing that was going on there? I have a feeling we should be able to beat this boss, even where we are now in terms of skill and progression for our character, but it's going to be a little bit tenuous at times. It's going to take a couple of tries, I have a feeling. There's probably even a summon for this too, but I don't know if there really needs to be. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I used a summon. I beat this on my first try when I did it with my melee character. If only I was playing smart. Well, that's what's going to come after this episode. You guys are going to have a million comments, I believe, as to what I'm doing wrong and how to fix it. And, you know, let's keep that discussion going. You guys have put out a few helpful and positive comments, but I've certainly also seen a fair share of less helpful ones, too. Not that that's not expected or anything. This is YouTube, of course, but still. Let's keep things positive if we can. So we're going to go through this cave one more time. Loop back around. Train the skeletons. Go through that other path. Try and shield the guys who falls off. And you need to move. Oh, that one's just totally lost. Oh, excuse me. Good enough. Not sure if this is the better path of the two, really, but... Alright, please move. Please move. Please move. Good enough. And what about this guy? Yes. Keep running. I'm gonna need to Estus at some point. Maybe the fast... Oh, God. I think the better way is to Estus when we actually get in the boss fight. Although I'm not sure if they keep moving out from that little area they started in, or if they're going to be already awakened and ready to fight as soon as I get there. I guess we shall see. I would Estus right before the fog wall, but invincibility frames are not what they used to be. Oh, looks like they're going to wake up again. That's good news for me, then. So we're going to use heavy soul arrows this time and see if that helps. It's basically the same. So we just want to keep our distance. Oh, there's my souls again. Basically worthless picking them up. I am aware, by the way, one of them is like homing soul arrows, and the other one just is supposed to do slightly more damage. Yeah, that's 105. There's actually not a huge difference from one to the other at all. Great soul arrow. Get out of there. I could probably tell which one summons what based on what weapons they use. I think they all have a different... Yeah, one's like a mage, one's got a scythe, and one of them has like a spear type deal. Don't want to get trapped by these guys. Let's keep on moving. Every now and then, one of them seems to really hone in on me more than the other ones did. I'm tempted a little bit to want to set up like a pyromancy thing with one hand and have that ready to go, and then try and just bombard whatever gets summoned at the end, but I just haven't dealt with pyromancy quite yet. Did I even pick up the pyromancy hand? I wonder if I did. I kind of can't remember. That'd be pretty silly not to. I've been running through things, but hopefully not to that degree. And I, again, forgot which one I just killed there. Is this going to be the bone wheels again? If it is... Oh no, we've got just generic skeleton warriors this time. These guys are a little bit easier to deal with, hopefully. Kind of train them around slowly. Oh, that did not one-shot him. Oh, also, why am I using great soul arrows for these guys? You do not deserve such fancy magics. Oh god, no, that's not quite who I was targeting. So this is another boss that's basically difficult by virtue of having a lot of things to fight at one time, which is a very common trend in this game for whatever reason. And it is just the absolute arch-enemy of spellcasters. It is not going to help us. What is this spellcaster guy here even going to do to me? He's just firing stuff off into the ether. Yeah, he's really not all that hard. And so now I've actually just triggered the next group of enemies to come at me. I'm not sure what they're going to be in this case. We'll see in just a moment. Oh, this is the bone wheels already. Okay. Let's get out of the way before they start charging. Not sure how good their tracking is in this particular zone. Okay, well, nope, 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 nope. Don't want to stand over there. I can't one-shot these guys, which is going to be a real problem for me. Where can I be safe? Excuse me, excuse me. We're going to go on this side. Somehow, when I fought these guys last time, like, they didn't even really stand a chance. I was basically just tearing through them. Not so this time, though. Okay, that's another down. Can't tell if they're alive or dead some of the time. This is one of the weird things about these bone wheels. Like, they don't... Like, when they die, they just kind of sit awkwardly on the ground sometimes. Oh, that one's going to crash through the world. And this is not even a particularly difficult boss for the most part. I think a lot of people would regard this as one of the challenges that, like, they felt were generally overcomeable. I need to check myself before I Shrek myself right now. think I killed the last of the bone wheels. Maybe. Oh, something dropped something over here. Let's see what this is about. Alluring skull. Oh, that might have been useful a while ago. Let's shoot this guy to death. I don't know where the... Oh, okay, he got stuck behind that bone pile. And that means that we've just got one lord left, or whatever we're calling them. Yeah, I guess they are skeleton lords. And this guy is not going to be too difficult to kill, but I can't remember what comes after him when we do defeat him. Let's not lose at this point. That would be very embarrassing and sad for us. There we go. Now let's go find somewhere safe to stand. Well, he shoots out skulls in every direction. We'll see what arrives on the scene. Looks like... Oh, more skeletons. Alright. Let's try this out. Don't get stun-locked, please. Let's keep luring them around. I guess alluring skull actually could have been useful in this particular situation as well. These guys are not being particularly aggressive, which I'm really happy about. I kind of want to just wait as I run around. I'm into it. Let's do that more often, enemies. And one more shot. Skeleton lords are dead. Thank goodness. Alright, that was a little touch and go. I was worried we were going to get stuck for another episode, but we've now got their soul. For better or worse, and it should have opened up another area that we can now head off into. So we should probably just proceed forward to get to the next bonfire. Oh yeah, this is the other side of this rubble pile that we just got trapped in that other time. Oh, and we've got another bridge we've got to deal with, right? No biggie, let's pull that down. It's funny, you never go back this way ever again in the whole game. It's like, they bother even building all this stuff. Seems like they should have just gone for a direct elevator in pretty much every case, but I guess this is the closest thing we're going to get to that. Like, is this even a loading zone? Maybe it is, actually. Because they usually use those as loading zone buffers to let the textures zoom in, and as you can see, this is a zone where basically we've got, like, 3 textures to deal... Well, maybe a little bit more than 3 here, but, you know, the metal on these girders, the stone on the ground, whatever's on the edges here, and then this big old rock wall. So if you're looking for, like, low texture count, I guess you've got it. So this is very likely what that actually was anyway. So this leads us to the run-up to Poison Town. This is a place where, hopefully, we can shoot everything from far away and not have to get in too close and personal with just about anybody. And we've got our first bonfires right there, and an NPC right here who I'm going to talk to a whole bunch of times. She actually is the one that sells rare stones, things that are good for ascending your weapons and such. So for the beginning, let's just kind of push through all of her text boxes. Yeah, not much that I want right off the bat. We've got a miracle and a hex, and a bonfire ascetic, and some titanite shards. I mean, I do enjoy all of those items, but I'm not really after them right now. Yep, so it's time to move on. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. So you're done. Almost just backed up off of that ledge. And the nice thing about this spot right here is this poison pit is right in the way of that bonfire. So every time we go to this, when we leave, we're going to walk out and be poisoned, which is really cute. It's actually just on my legs, coating them right now. You'll see it slowly dissipates. Very, very slowly dissipates, and eventually I won't have the bar going up anymore. But even just while your pinky toe is poisoned, that counts for your whole body. So let's just rest. We got 15,000 souls. We got something to do with it for next time. And I guess we'll just warp back to Majula for the next episode, and we'll do some stat attribution. Maybe get our strength up so we can get that 100% block shield going, and move on from there. So next time we've got a land of poison leading up to another land of poison, and then eventually a land of fire. So I hope to see you back for all of that business. And I hope it all goes fairly smoothly as well. I'm kind of a little apprehensive. This game gets a little challenging, as you may have noticed. That was one of the easier bosses, and it was still rather difficult for me as a spellcaster. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, thank you for watching as always. Please do continue leaving your support if you're into the Shrek through. If you want to see more, let me know. Leave some likes or whatever you want to do. I do appreciate all of it, and I do read all the comments. Although I tend to record these episodes in semi-bulk or bulk, depending on your perspective. I'm probably going to do... well, I did yesterday's and today's, and then I'm probably going to do tomorrow's also, perhaps, or maybe just today's. I'm not quite sure yet. But yeah, don't let that put you off. I still read everything. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and have a lovely night. Talk to you later.